thank you for coming to the second segment of our Granite marketing series. What we're going to show you now is the tracking application. This is really where the rubber meets the road, and we keep track of all of the leads that we generate through Granite Makeover or our custom website that we would create for you or integrate into your existing website. All those leads come into this application and are represented here on the left hand side. When a lead comes in, that lead is tagged as the type of lead that's generated. In this case, this was an estimate. When an estimate is generated, it comes in with the lead data. At the same time, you are sent an email representing this information. That will give you an opportunity to contact that person immediately, as well as it keeps track of that information here where you can then move it through the process. So name or caller ID, phone number, email address, and then any notes representing the initial information collected from the various lead formats. Basically, the CRM aspects of this is it gives us the ability to manage the status of that lead. A new lead in the system is one that hasn't been acted on yet. Active would be something that you are actively pursuing, you're collecting some information, you'll be getting back to them. Pending would be something that where you're waiting for the consumer to make some sort of decision, give you a time when the cabinets will be in, these kinds of things. Closed would be something that's funded, that you have received payment for and is a closed deal. And dead would be something that's customer went with somebody else, whatever various reasons that they would be not an opportunity for you. Notes is a place where you can keep track of notes. Anytime you add a note, that note will be tagged with your own information. So if you have multiple individuals coming in the system and using this application to track the leads, you have an opportunity to see what each person has done to that lead. We can also use it for keeping track of various actions within the system and estimates or callbacks that you may be performing on that particular lead in the future. It then represents that, and we'll send you a reminder if we configure it as such in the system. In this particular case, the consumer has some additional data here for the estimate details, and now we can go in and see 34 square feet at $39.99 a square foot with a sink cutout. Tabulates out to a specific price point. This particular lead was moved through the process. In some cases, they'll give some bad information. When a consumer maybe wants to be connected various different ways. In this case, this would actually be a bad lead. Scrody McBooger Balls is not necessarily a good lead. But that does happen in that case. You just flag that as a bad lead in the system, and it's pulled from the system. In this case, this is a phone call. Capture some of the details of the phone call, when it happened, when it was added to the system, and the caller ID of that individual. And these are moved through the various different points of the of the buying process, active leads and such. So that's essentially how this application works. You would receive notification when a new lead comes in, and then every morning we send you a summary of the prior day's activity as well as the 50 prior leads. We use that to keep us in constant communication. We're able to look and see the volume, we're able to see the quality, and we're able to work with that information, help you along in the process. We're looking for a closing ratio that works for you. So in the next segment we're going to look at some of the results that we generate both in organic and through the paid advertising. So stick with us, join us on the next segment. Thanks again.